This is a basement of Ross Drugs in Fredericton, New Brunswick, downtown. It's been around since 1914. On these shelves, some of the dusty memories of those days. This is David Greenfield, owner and manager. David, we're talking about whether things were better back in 1963, whether 50 years ago things were so great. The experience of somebody walking into a drugstore and buying those drugs that hopefully are going to make them well. Should we trade those experiences for what we have today?
I think in the 60s, maybe a drugstore was a different place. It was definitely there for to help people come in and buy their medications and get better, but it was also a social place. And there was a lot of social activity around the soda fountains and just a different era at that time. Today, I think we're consumers much better off walking in. You look at the treatments we've got today compared to then, there's no doubt we're better off today.
Yeah, in fact, you were showing me a recipe book from, 1856, and in that recipe book is literally the recipes that the a pharmacist would put together for everything from, home remedies, things to make you throw up, and even cologne, I gather, at that point. You walked down to this basement, passed down from your father, who owned this place before. What goes through your memory as you look at the, kind of the dusty bottles and the books on the shelves?
Well, it's always interesting to come down and look around. You find something new every time you're down here. It seems nothing was ever thrown away, but it's kind of fun to look at the way things were and think about how they did things back up to 100 years ago, really.
Okay, I'm going to ask you the question that I'm asking all Canadians, and that was, what was the perfect year in Canada? What was our greatest time to be Canadian?
It's difficult to. I think it's almost impossible to compare one time period to another. Things are changing so quick now. With every generation, it's changing even quicker, and I think in the end. There's good and bad that comes along with each generation.
But you are a new father.
I'm a new father, and for me, this year is the greatest year because my son was born 3 months ago. So that's it for me. And that trumps everything else, political or social.
One last question: will he be standing in your shoes at some point, do you think?
I don't know. You never know, and he's welcome to if that's the path he chooses.